Before you can successfully operate your boat, first you need to understand how your controls operate, specifically your throttle shifter and steering. The key points to remember include: when putting the engine in gear, it should be a deliberate movement to reduce the chance of grinding the gears, but not too far forward as to accelerate the engine. When accelerating the engine, it should be a smooth, gradual motion. The first step in any voyage is to get underway, and although there are a number of ways to leave the dock depending on the conditions, it takes some knowledge and practice to depart properly. The key points to remember are: to reduce the chance of your bow hitting the dock, do not turn the helm too far from the dock, and ensure that you're well clear of the dock before putting the boat into forward to steer away. A lot of boat handling around the dock involves use of lines to hold the boat's position. The lines are used to counter the effects of wind and current from the dock and applies a small amount of forward power. The boat will then return to the dock. The key points to remember are: after turning the wheel away from the dock, apply short bursts of forward power to bring the boat back to the dock. The amount of power depends on the force of the wind or current pushing you off the dock. When you're lined up tightly along a dock with boats forward and aft of you, there's less room for you to safely depart. For this exercise, we'll prepare with an aft spring line secured around a midpoint cleat. Secure the line on the midpoint cleat and loop the line around the dock cleat and back to the cleat on the boat so that you can release it from the boat and take it with you. The key points to remember are: use the aft spring line attached to the mid-cleat and a forward fender to help your stern move well away from the dock. When releasing the spring line, do so cautiously to ensure the line does not foul the prop. And do not move the boat into forward and steer away from the dock until you're well clear. Occasionally, you'll find yourself in close quarters, where you will have to turn your boat in a very small space, and the best method to use is the pivot turn. The key points in performing the pivot turn are: always shift to neutral before moving the wheel. Move the wheel quickly. The speed will depend on the velocity of the wind. Keep an eye on your position to ensure that you're not moving too far forward or backward. When you've reached your heading, keep the wheel in position, neutral the shifter, and change the thrust to stop the swing. This exercise is designed to provide you with the skills to bring the boat to a position and hold it against winds or current. The important points of this exercise are to first ascertain wind and current direction, and approach from downwind or down current, whichever is stronger. Control your approach by applying power as needed, and use power as necessary to hold your position until the boat is secure. Docking can be one of the most stressful tasks you can perform, especially as a new boater. You need to get the boat right up to the dock, but not too hard. Your approach will depend on the space available at the dock, as well as winds and currents that will affect your boat. The important tasks to remember are: to use intermittent power in order to slow your approach. Turn when you're close to the dock. If you turn too early, the boat will pivot but still be too far from the dock. If you pivot too late, your bow may hit the dock before you're able to turn. The high-speed slalom exercise is designed to teach a boater how to change course accurately by applying the correct amount of steering control. As the boat comes up on plane, the wetted surface under the boat moves back, and so does the pivot point. When the pivot point moves aft, the bow will move over a larger arc, and the stern tends to slide out. We need to maintain control of all parts of the boat to make sure that they clear any obstacles. Now, here are the key points to remember. Avoid oversteering by applying gradual and deliberate movement on the wheel, and the faster you go, the less steering input you'll need to achieve a change in course. There are times when you might have to stop your boat quickly to avoid hitting something on the water. If you just pull the throttle back, the sudden stop can result in a stern wave that pushes you beyond the point where you wanted to stop, or you could be swamped by the stern wave coming over the transom of your boat. The key points to keep in mind with an emergency stop are: take swift and decisive action. Simultaneously pull the power off and turn the wheel to stay clear of the onrushing stern wave.